Okay, welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant healer and meditation teacher. And today's topic is on consciousness of humanity. So I'll talk about, where we started, where we've been, where we're headed. At the very end, talk about kind of where we're at as a whole on this planet, and perhaps what a next step might look like for us. And I'll be talking in relationship to the 7 major chakras, these energy centers, these different levels of consciousness. All right, so to kick it off, where humanity started on this planet would be at a first chakra level. And the first chakra is all about safety and survival. And so when humanity was pretty much operating at this level, it is really about survival and protecting yourself and defending yourself and just learning and doing whatever it takes to just survive on this planet. Okay, so when humanity reaches the second chakra level of consciousness, this is when it gets a little more interesting. A person or a group of people might start to step out of their comfort zone or what is known to them, that sense of safety, kind of where they live and sleep kind of on a daily basis, and start to go beyond that and wander and explore uncharted territory, whether it's land or they're on boats or ships and they're exploring the sea or, discovering islands or, running into a different continent, things like that. So really the second chakra level of consciousness for humanity is really a time of exploring and voyage. As humanity shifts to the third chakra level of consciousness, this is where all the fighting, the war and going against one another and conquest and domination, kind of think of like Alexander the Great kind of era and kind of time and energy. That's the third chakra. So when humanity goes beyond that at a fourth chakra level, it's very different from the third chakra level of consciousness. So when humanity's at a fourth chakra level of consciousness, it's all about actually agreement. It's about working together. It's about peace. It's about helping each other and helping those especially in need. Okay, so when humanity reaches the fifth chakra level of consciousness, there's going to be more communication between people living on different continents. People will start to become more aware of their telepathic ability, which would be fun. And then, essentially people around the world are going to be more connected than ever. And even with technology, we might reach a point where, our communication devices, it's almost like Star Trek or, things you'd see in certain kind of sci-fi films or futuristic type films, where we can see each other as holograms, kind of holographic images, if you will, and communicate in that way. So that would be pretty interesting, I'd say. So when humanity reaches the sixth chakra level of consciousness, there's going to be more and more psychic schools popping up all around the world, teaching about meditation and clairvoyance and just the art of turning within. And with that said, I think when humanity reaches this level of consciousness, meditation will be really a lot more normal and be used, for example, businesses, perhaps members of a business might sit down in a meeting and be in meditation and using that to get new ideas or inspiration and take a look at their next steps for their business as a whole or certain projects that is going on within that particular company. I think it's going to be possible and even normal at this level for humanity on this planet at that time. I think that robots will be kind of a normal thing where you'll see them in everyday life and that perhaps they might be helping or assisting us just with the mundane tasks here. So that, you see it in movies, but, it looks like that could definitely be a possibility here. Air travel might look a little different. For some of us, might be able to use flying vehicles to get to certain places or your place of work. And I think there'll be a shift with art where it's going to be just more common that there's going to be art everywhere, whether it's in I know it sounds like we already have that, but it looks like there's a greater appreciation for art and for the display of art pretty much everywhere, whether it's residential or in businesses or just public places. There's just seems like to be a much greater appreciation more highly valued at the sixth chakra level of consciousness. Going beyond that, when humanity reaches the seventh chakra level of consciousness, there just seems like there's more communication about spirit and kind of the everyday life and living. People talking about maybe angels that they see or sense, and letting people know, oh yeah, there's an angel behind you, and this is maybe what the angel is doing or helping you with, or what the angel is trying to communicate to you about, or someone in an everyday in public, a stranger just, oh yeah, I see this a soul that looks like is ready to incarnate through a soon-to-be mother, and just, oh yeah, I see. It's not just the physical, it's not just, hey, I see you have this big round belly. It's, hey, I can see the soul that is wanting to come in, that will come in here very shortly, and saying hello to that. And that just kind of being a normal thing. It's not odd or strange. It's kind of just commonly accepted and normal to talk about those things. Mediumship will be much more normal. If someone has a relative that passed away, it'd be very normal to just kind of, okay, I'm going to go to a medium and kind of get in touch with that soul that just passed. And it looks like people, when humanity reaches this level of consciousness, people just look much more happier. People just smiling. They look generally more happier. Prayer and communication with Great Spirit or God or whatever you want to call it will be much more normal. People will tend to recognize in each other the spirit that we are. We'll recognize that in everyday life, even if it's just us as strangers kind of passing on the street, or however it looks like to live on this planet at that time, recognizing the spirit in each other, and communicating about that, and it not being weird or different or odd. It's kind of very just it's normal, actually. And so with that said, where are we at? Where's humanity at? I'd say right now where we're in the early stages at the heart chakra or fourth chakra level. And what I mean by this is that majority of us on the planet are in the early stage of operating at a heart chakra level. That doesn't mean everybody on the planet is operating at a heart chakra level kind of more consistently. Obviously, there's still people that are operating they're in survival. They might be on an island and in a kind of a tribal state, and it really is just about surviving. These things can be happening all simultaneously. I'm really referring to where a majority of us are at. And it seems to be the early stages of the heart chakra level, which is good. It could be a huge thing for humanity when we kind of take these leaps from one level of consciousness to the next, especially from the third to the fourth. And what I look at, for us as a next step, is working on clearing this division picture, this picture of that says we're separate, and kind of we're working on clearing this division picture off the collective heart. And this is going to be this is going to be a little bit of a painful process for us all, but in the end, very incredibly healing, and looks very exciting when we're able to fully heal from this illusion of separation. And on an individual basis, we might be healing ourselves, and especially at a feeling heart chakra level, the more just one person heals kind of their hearts, right? That contributes to the greater collective heart healing, and kind of peeling off this picture off the collective heart of this division or separation, this essentially this lie. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, kind of where we're at and what our next step is.